Hey folks, welcome back to Cowboy Camping. My name is Matt. I'm here to review two different products today. Actually, there's same product, just two different pumps. Both which you can find on either Amazon.com or Walmart.com. One is called the Bombow Pump. This is a 110 volt pump versus the Etekcity Pump, which is a 120 volt pump. Now, what I'm going to do today here is I'm actually going to open up both boxes. I'm going to bring out the pumps, show you what comes with the attachments. I'm going to plug them both in. I'm going to explain the power between them and which one's the best one for whatever use that you guys want. There is going to be a difference between what you can use them for as far as mattresses or blow up beach toys and stuff like that. So we will go from there, and I'll get them all set up for you. Okay, so I got these pumps all both set up with everything set out for you to look at here. The big difference between the two different pumps is that the Bombow is actually probably about maybe a pound in weight, and the Etekcity one is probably about, I'd say about 2 to 3 pounds. It's actually a little bit heavier, but this has also got a bigger motor than this one. Now, the Bombow one comes with a carport, so if you want to go camping, this is a great thing to have if you don't have any electricity on the site for remote camping. It does come with a power cord to plug into outlets, and it also comes with 3 different attachments. Now, the one downside about these 3 attachments is that they are all attached together, which I do not like. You can, if you want, snip them off, but in the long run, I kind of suggest you don't, because then it would be easier to keep them together. The other thing I do not like, but it does hold nice, is that they do not lock on. You actually have to push them on, and sometimes it's a low strength to push them on. So they do fit on there nice. Where the Etekcity one now, it does not come with anything for the car. If you do need to use this for the car, I do recommend a car converter kit. And they are usually between $20 to $50, depending on what you want to buy or what type you want to get. I do suggest that you get a strong car converter kit that will power just about anything, like radios or TVs or anything from your car. And basically what it is that you can actually plug this into your car converter and you can use it from your car. The other thing about this one here, it only comes with 2 different attachments. Now, this one, you don't really need that 3rd attachment unless you got something super huge that's got a huge hole in it. But the nice thing about these attachments is that they got locking mechanisms. So when you go to put it onto the pump, it does lock on there and it will not come off. You know, this one's a little bit tight, yeah, because it's still brand new. But you can actually turn it to lock on there. And it works really nice, and it will hold on, and you don't have to ever worry about it slipping off. The nice thing, like I said, about these other pumps is that this one's 110, this one's 220 volt. So this is going to give you more power. This is going to give you a little bit of power. So the next step I'll do from here and out is I will plug them in, and we will demonstrate them, and then I will explain what you can use them for. Okay, so now I got these both plugged in and ready to be used. The one thing I did forget to mention is that the different attachments, you're going to want to use the small needle nose attachment for anything that that has like a smaller hole, like your I would say, depending on the attachment or the hose connection for some of the beach blow up beds, this would be a best tool to use. You got this little tool here, which has got like a little bit of a groove into it. This would be perfect for your blow-up mattresses or blow-up couches and stuff like that. Whereas this bigger one here, now this one you're going to be looking at like your bigger things, anything that would be bigger than a blow-up mattress or bigger than a blow-up couch. And I'm talking like, you know, if you really want to get extreme, you can get one of those big blow-up balls that people like to smash into each other with. They're actually pretty fun. I've never tried one, but I'd like to try one someday. So, whereas this one here, it's got the same thing, but it doesn't have the smooth groove. So if you wanted to stick this one in something bigger, at least then that hole nozzle would actually grip onto this little edge here, and I'm thinking that's what it's for. But it would still be good for blow-up mattresses and blow-up couches. It does not have a big hole nozzle like this one does, and I don't think it will need to. So we'll go on from there, and the BomBow, now you can see I have the direct power plugged into it. The switch is right here in front, which is, it's okay. You know, when you're blowing up stuff though, sometimes it can be hard to find when you're shutting off, you know, when you're trying to get nervous and not trying to lose air. But if you plug it, or if you turn it on, you can see how loud it is. The air gets sucked in through here and blows out here. Now there is some flow on here. It does blow up very nicely. We used this one for our air mattress, and it took about roughly, I would say, at least 2 to 3 minutes, or maybe up to 5 minutes to blow up the mattress. We have an inflatable couch that we bought, and we inflated it with this one here, and that one actually literally took about 5 to 10 minutes to blow up. It was very slow going, but when the inflatable couch got to full size, it could not provide enough pressure to keep the mattress fully tight. So it was very slightly deflated in the end, and we could not really sit on it. The nice thing about this one though, it does kind of have a back flow pressure. So if it, you know, if the flow is too or much for the mattress or whatever, the air will push back into here, and you can kind of hear it kind of weave a little bit. Now we got the Etekcity one. This is, like I said, this is a 220 volt pump. This one's really going to give you a lot of strength. As I turn it on here, the switch is on top here, which is nice because if you're holding the handle, you can switch and operate it with your thumb. Whereas this one, you have to kind of look for and get your fingers right. But now, if I turn this one on, I can't talk with it on because you probably won't hear me, but the air comes in through here and comes out there, and you can notice the difference between the two already. Now, we have not used this one for our air mattress yet, but we are going to be very careful because the air mattress could get too much pressure and could actually damage the air mattress. But we used this one on our inflatable couch, and between 5 and 10 minutes here, we had literally maybe 2 to 3 minutes here, at least. You know, well, the couch has 3 different parts that we have to blow up. So I would say the biggest part at least took about a minute to a minute or two to pump up. The other parts, probably a good 30 seconds to a minute to blow up. It really didn't take all that much to blow it up. This one really pumps the air out. So now comes to the part as to what pump can do what. This one here, I would suggest this one for your beach toys and smaller items. It does work great for air mattress, but depending on the size of the air mattress, you may get some backflow back into it, and you may not get that air mattress as tight as you want. This one here, the Etekcity, I do not recommend this for beach toys because this will probably pop your beach toys from the pressure it blows. It does not have a backflow to it. It will just keep pumping and pumping until, you know, it gets too tight or you have a pop or somewhere. This one here I recommend for air mattresses, inflatable couches, or bigger items. So again, couches and air mattresses and anything smaller. This one here, I believe was around about $30 or so. And this one actually was around between $10 and $20. So there's really not a big price difference. And if you're, if you're gonna get something that works really well, I would go with the Etekcity, it's hard to say, pump, because for probably $5 or $10 more, this is definitely well worth it. And like I said, the car converter, if you can get one that can hold work with this one, you're looking at in the long term a really good successful rate of pumping things up. The one caution I will have, like I said, this does not have a backflow. So when you are blowing up air mattresses and couches, try to use the hand touch. You don't want your air mattresses and inflatable couches so tight that it's like barely pushable. You want it to be kind of like where you think about that if you sit on it, there's actually going to be some, some cushion. Because if those couches and air mattresses are actually put together by a seam inside. And if you break that seam inside, then you're going to have a problem. You're going to either have a big bubble, or you could actually crack the seams and create air leaks. So like I said, with this one, just be very careful how much you pump it up, because it will blow everything up. This one here is nice for your pool toys and inflatables like that. Again, I do not recommend this one for inflatable couches. It works well for inflatable beds. And if you guys, have any problems or anything like that, you just can email me out at the email address I'll list it below. If you have any other questions too, or if you can't get a hold of me by email, feel free to comment. I will try to get back to you as soon as I can. I can't always get to everybody's comment right away, so I do apologize if it takes me a day or two or even longer to get to you. I will be reviewing more products in the future. One big product I was going to be reviewing soon was my tent, but we haven't had time to set up our tent due to the heat and humidity and rain that we've been having here in my location. It's just the ground's been too wet. We've been having a lot of rain. We couldn't set it up, but it will be coming soon. I will be having a lot of other products be reviewed here too. I'm not the greatest speaker on video, but I try to explain everything the best way they can. Like I said, if you have any questions or comments, please feel leave them in the comment section or email me, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys again soon.